With a graduated return to play, the old man took me through it, sent me a message on the phone with the poster of the Rugby Smart guidelines. Didn't ignore it, but just read it. Read it. I'd like to say I did follow it to the T, but I didn't. I got too bored sitting here. I'd go for a run, push myself a little harder than I should have, and against all advice I was given, I went and played basketball on the Wednesday night after my concussion. And all my mates and my team were saying, you were just running around like a headless chicken out there, not knowing what the hell was going on. And I had a bit of a headache after that from the exercise. And then the drinking on the Fridays and Saturdays didn't help either. Didn't change a thing in my routine. At trainings on the Tuesdays and Thursdays, my coach would just tell me to go off to the side, kick a few balls, nothing more excessive than that. Like we had a guy 2 weeks ago, the game had to be stopped for 20 minutes because he was out cold on the ground.
It started off pretty bad because I got knocked out and I couldn't remember any part of the game. So I went straight to the hospital and they got me straight in there pretty much because they knew I was asking the same questions over and over again. I actually got blue carded and I think that's fair enough because I was knocked out cold, and if you do something silly while you've still got a head injury, then you could be stuffed.
And then we had another one the same game where the captain, he just wasn't quite feeling himself, and he took himself off, and I went over and had a chat to him, and he was in absolute la-la land.
Not really too sure what happened, eh? I know I've been told I've got nothing on the game. Been told I must have whiplashed with the ground, yeah, and then that was it. And then they checked me once, and then must have played on for a few more minutes and got another knock, and then it was just, yeah, I took myself off actually. And then it was pretty sweet, done the test and everything, passed and thought nothing of it. Like she said, no, you seem fine to me.
Well, 3.5 weeks after the initial hit, I went through to Steve Smith, who's the local concussion specialist here in New Plymouth, and he took me through a few tests. I think it was a SCAT-5 test it was called, and passed with flying colours.
We can say he's probably figured out he is concussed. The only person he's damaging by not being truthful is himself. Because if you have multiple concussions, you end up ruining your career.
Boys are doing well, digging deep. Yeah, it was a physical game out there. I took plenty of head knocks, so it gave the concussion a good test, but I feel fine. Talking to the boys and saying, am I seeming all right out here? And they're like, yep, sweet, good to go. Took a few good knees to the head too, and I gave myself a few self-checks and I was fine. So being a silly first five and trying to bridge over a ruck, and my shoulder dislocated, so yeah, I'm used to it. That's my other problem I've had for the last 7 years, so it is what it is. Again, big night on the mechanical bull, that'll give another concussion a good test, so plenty of booze for the boys and hopefully it's a win.